Hello, in this video we look at conditionals or conditionality. Traditionally, teachers are taught to present conditionals using four major types. So the zero conditional, where you have an if plus the present and the present. If you heat water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boils, and it's used for general truths and scientific facts. And you have the first conditional, where you have if plus a present plus a will. If it rains tomorrow, we'll stay inside, and it's used for real future possibilities. There's the second conditional, if plus the past plus would and a base verb, so the infinitive, bare infinitive. And this is used for imaginary or unlikely situations in the present or the future. And there's the third conditional, if plus a past perfect plus would plus a perfect infinitive, or a have plus a past participle typical. If she had studied, she would have passed. And these are used for imagined situations in the past, regrets or alternatives. And these four types are pedagogically useful, especially for lower level learners. However, they're not sufficient to capture the full range of conditional structures in natural English. While convenient, the zero, first, second, third model oversimplifies the complexity of conditionality. Real-life English contains many mixed, inverted and non-standard structures, and these often defy categorization. So, for example, you have the mixed conditionals. If I had taken that job, I'd be living in Paris now. So you have a past form and a present form in the second clause. So the condition is past, but the result is ongoing. You have mixed conditionals where it seems like you mix up the present and the past, or at least it seems so. So if she were more confident, she would have spoken up. In that context, it's really a general state in the first part and not a present form, a present state that affects a past action. Otherwise, it'd be illogical. And there's inversion without if. So had I known, I would have told you. Which is a more formal alternative to if I had known. You know, should in these forms as well. So should you need help, don't hesitate to ask. Used in formal or polite speech. You can have other forms such as unless or as long as, in case, provided that. So unless you hurry, you'll miss the train. And these function conditionally, but don't use the if plus clause pattern. They're reduced conditional, so given more time, I'd finish the report. Without her help, we'd have failed. So because conditionals are not just about form, but also about meaning, context and modality, so possibility, certainty, obligation, etc., all of these things must be taken into account. So there could be a more flexible view. So rather than memorizing numbered types, it might be more useful or helpful to look at 3 dimensions of conditionality. So time reference, is the sentence about the past, the present or the future? The degree of likelihood, is the speaker talking about a real possibility, an imaginary scenario or something impossible? And then grammatical structure, what tenses or modal verbs are being used? Are there any ellipses or inversions? For example, if she gets here soon, we can still catch the show. Future possibility with the modal can. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. It's a present hypothetical using a but for structure. So, but for you, I wouldn't be here. Or if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. And this encourages learners to analyze these dimensions, develops greater fluency, accuracy and flexibility. So conditionals are not just grammatical formulae. They're tools for expressing hypotheses, beliefs, regrets, warnings, instructions and more. So while the traditional types are maybe a good starting point, authentic English goes beyond them. Teachers and learners benefit from exploring conditionals as a spectrum of meaning and form rather than a fixed set of categories. Thank you.